All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, America. This is Vinny Chopra and Bo Eckstein, my co-host. We come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. And we are very excited that you could join us. Please let us know where you are from, what state, what's city maybe, also your name, and get ready for some great questions because we got a great guest actually right here. He joined in and I think he's getting connected again. But Bo, how are you, brother? I'm back from Cancun, all excited and all tanned up and everything.
Yeah, it looks like you had a lot of fun, and I
I
like
know.
I
It
like
was
the
amazing fun. I put that video out there. Man, I've got so many views. I was just, the in the swimming pool, there was just such a rocking music going on. I said, what the heck? Let's
you
go.
know what what's funny. I saw that video, and my mom was having surgery, and she's in the hospital, right? And I go, and she's had to stay for a couple extra days, and so I wanted to cheer her up. I go, Mom, I sent her your Instagram. I said, you got to watch Vinny. It's going to put a smile on your face. And she says, I love Vinny. She loved that video, and so,
Thank
anyways.
you. Thank you. And I did put a caption there, no matter how people feel or think about you, you don't need to worry. I'm telling you, we need to just live it, our life on our terms. I say that. And, that's what it just kind of dawned on me. I said, what the heck? I'm having fun and so on. Not only that, hold on. I got to tell you about something else. There was a band and a dancing show over on the on the bridge on the swimming pool, right in that resort, Atelier Resort, by the way. Very nice resort, by the way, Bo. If you go to Cancun or audience goes there, Atelier, Atelier, brand new hotel and everything. Great food, excellent food, best in Cancun, I think. But anyway, they got me stretched into their dance. I couldn't believe it. Monica was so much embarrassed. Here, this Indian guy rocking with all the people over there. Anyway, but no, this is awesome. How was your week, bud? How was it?
The
Yeah.
week is good. I had some contractors at my house. I take the 2 bedrooms upstairs, and I'm building a big film
Studio.
studio in the
Yeah.
house. I never have to leave my house again, and it's great, right? I think a lot of people are doing that right now with COVID.
Ah,
I see people bringing in these work sheds, right? Like they're these high end modular built, and they're like, because people are working out of their house more, they're building like
yes.
these detached
Yes.
modular home offices. So it's pretty cool to see what's going on with
Yes.
technology and everything, and being able to get these like really cool home offices delivered to your backyard. But anyways, I'm doing that upstairs in my house, and it's pretty cool because I
I
can
love
do
it. I want
lighting
to
and
talk to
everything.
you about maybe we should bring somebody online, somebody who might be doing it for you, the lighting effect, because I'm finding I want to do it too. I have a lot of lights and all, but I want to have 2, 3 cameras set up so that when I'm recording, they could take me from the left side, front side, kind of mix and match so that it can make it really, really wonderful. Again, hi, Vishal. Vishal from UK has joined us. And then Indra, hello, Indra from Ohio. Welcome, welcome. And, it's very exciting, great, tan happy. You enjoy yourself. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Indra. It's such a great feeling. Let me introduce our guest speaker, Shail Thakur is in the house. Actually, I've known Shalu for a few years now, and I would like to tell a little bit more about him, and we'll dig into his story, and it's going to be very exciting. Shal is an IT consultant and a real estate investor with educational background in electronics engineering, and he has investment in single family homes like many of us, and duplexes and fourplexes and a hotel, as a matter of fact. And I'm also partnered with Shalu in that hotel, Hilton Garden Inn. You have heard about me saying that sometime, and we're going to dig into it because Shalu, I want to really publicly say that thank you for all the hard work you have put to bring the value from 6 million to $12 million. Wow, the hotel is worth almost double in just a year and a half or so, and he's mostly on the operations side, of the things for all these investments. So welcome, Shalu. How are you, brother?
I am good, Vinny, and thank you very much for having me, both of you. And I'm really excited about it.
Totally, totally, totally. So tell us, I know you were in New Jersey and you moved
Yes,
to
yes,
the hottest place in USA, Austin, Texas.
yes. I was in New Jersey. New Jersey was my home for New York, New Jersey for almost 17 years.
Hmm.
Obviously, I'm originally from India. Grew up there. Did my undergrad in electronics engineering there. And growing up itself, I was not from a well-off family. So
Hmm.
I from like growing up itself, I knew the importance of making money, and then making investments and all that. So
Sure.
that kind of that was from childhood. And then I came here in 2004 for my master's in New York,
Okay.
and and then New Jersey, and now in Austin, Texas. Beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow, Austin is growing like crazy. I know some of the people who have followed us, they know that we bought this property. You know that property too.
Yes,
The,
yes, yes.
yeah, the Renaissance at the park, 308 units. It's gone in value by $11 million. I cannot believe within 1 year. In 1 year, it's gone from 35 million or change to almost 40 something. It's amazing. And we want to buy more. I know we are looking for buying over there more. So tell us more. So you are in electronics, but now do you still practice electronics or no? Not anymore.
Uh, no, actually, so after doing my bachelor's, I had a tough time finding a job, being India being an IT hub. So I did a lot of at that time after graduating in India, I did a lot of part-time work just to survive, because I didn't want to ask for more money from my parents. And at this, I mean, and selling credit cards is one of the things. At that time, I was a salesman, and then actually I tried to get into IT, which I did there. But again, the scope and the opportunities in India was not that great.
Yes.
And that's how actually I transitioned from electronics completely to IT after coming to US.
Wow, wow, wow. I want you to really say something. I want to talk about Anshu Bansal also,
Yes,
because you guys kind of studied together, I think, right? Yeah.
yes. We did our undergrad together,
Yes.
and that was back in 1998, 1999. Yeah, and then both of us are really good friends from that time, and then now we are obviously partners in a lot of other
Yes.
things.
Yes. Yes. Bo, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have kind of an interesting question. Just so in India, it seems like when I was living in California, we had so many Indians that were in the IT space. Is that like trained in India? You can really, is that because there's a lot of Indians that are in IT. So what's the protocol? Is that highly trained in India, and then you come over to the States to make money? I mean, why is it IT such a big
So,
industry for the Indian population?
so it's like I would compare it with like how the manufacturing in China, right? So
Hmm.
it's IT is easy to get into in India because there are so many big companies who are
Mhm.
hiring, and then there's a trend set, so you don't have to reinvent the wheels.
Mhm.
You've seen people who actually get into engineering, then get into these big companies who are doing outsourcing for a lot of companies in US, and that's how the hiring goes. And for the companies, they are charging in dollars to US companies, and they are paying in Indian rupees, which is like big huge difference. And
What is the spread between an American dollar and a rupee?
Oh my
74
gosh, $1
74
is
rupees.
75 rupees or something.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
it's a
yes,
pretty
75
big
rupees.
number. Yeah.
So when you go back on vacation, you live like a king.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. Now things are, I mean,
Expensive.
obviously because of
Yeah.
the inflation, things are very expensive in India. So in India, if you want to live like king, you have to be super rich. But obviously, I mean, yeah, compared to the majority of the population, you can live like king.
I was going to say something, when I grew
Yeah.
up, okay, in 1974, I graduated. Boy, I'm aging myself. Everybody knows I'm pretty old. But, the thing is, I used to get 700 rupees a month from the number one company in India. Number one company, Reliance Group, which is
Yeah.
number one now. Larsen Toubro was the company I worked at. Bo, I don't know if I told you. That is, buddy, $10 in this today's currency a month. I used to earn $10.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was
That's
$7
amazing.
to $1 at that time. So it's 10 times now. So let's say $100. I used to get
Yes.
$100 a month.
So
Yeah.
in India, it's harder to work your way up. Like coming to like America, I guess like I see like a lot of people complaining about America, but I look at it that a lot of people from other countries come here because there's so much opportunity. And I think if people lived in another country and saw that it's a lot harder to build business, they would think twice about bashing the United States. I mean, that's what it seems like, at least living here my whole life. But when people immigrate here, I mean, most all Americans immigrated here, right? Unless you're a Native American. But it's just interesting because there's so much opportunity in this country, and so many people like they take it for granted. And I think like when I hear stories of people coming over, like Vinny coming over from India with $7 in his pocket, right? Like I don't know. I think people need to stop and realize that there's a lot of opportunity. You can come here and crush it if you want.
Yeah. I mean, you when you get something for easy, right? You don't have value for it. If
Yeah.
you work for it, if you
Yeah.
put your sweat to actually earn something, I think you really definitely value it. So that's the reason I think a lot of Americans they don't realize the potential of the opportunities you get in America, because when you come from a country like India, actually growing up, you see all this hardship and then lack of opportunities. You're doing so much hard work, and then you are getting paid like what, $1 an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So when you come to America, you see all these opportunities, you just want to, you get really excited about it, and you want to work hard, as opposed to
Surely.
the people who are living here. They are getting everything so easily, right? So majority of them, they don't understand the potential of it.
Surely, I was just thinking about it, Vaishali, when you said, I know President Clinton said, Silicon Valley, if you come to Silicon Valley here in the Bay Area where I live, I mean, the CEOs, so many CEOs and the high, executives are Indians, IT, in the IT industry. And otherwise, somebody sent me a little, WhatsApp message. Google CEO is an Indian now, by the way, Google's. And Microsoft CEO is also Indian now. Citibank CEO is Indian. SoftBank, which is a vision fund, CEO is an Indian. Adobe CEO is Indian. NetApp is Indian. Pepsi Cola is an Indian. Nokia is Indian. MasterCard is Indian. DBS CEO, and I don't know what that company is. Novartis is Indian. SanDisk is Indian. Motorola is Indian. Harman is Indian. Micron is Indian. I can't believe it. Palo Alto Network is Indian. Reckitt Baxter something is Indian. IBM CEO is Indian. What? I didn't know all these things. Somebody just sent it to me. Ireland's Prime Minister. Okay, isn't anyway. But you know what? Yeah.
I think that just proves the point that, like I think the way in your culture you're raised, I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but from what I see and interact, that you're raised, education as a priority and hard work, and that seems to be paying off. People that are coming over from India obviously are doing fairly well. So that's interesting just to see that, why IT seems to be the prevailing, occupation coming from another country. But also, just knowing that the dollar, I mean, the majority of India then it's hard to make money there compared to the
Well,
United
not
States.
really. Well, I mean, right now the salaries have increased a lot. I just mentioned about $700 a month, but now you're talking about lakhs of rupees a
Yes.
month, So even though the cost has gone up, but the standard of living, of the engineers, doctors, and other people and entrepreneurs in India. Of course, majority of the people are poverty, right? Because of farmers and all there, but close to in the big hubs. What was the other statistics, Shalu? You might know. We are the youngest nation, I think, in the world
Yes.
now. From 18 to 34 years of age, we have 350 million people. What?
Yep. Yes. Yes. And
Yeah,
especially last decade and a half, Indian economy has grown so much. Now it's, I think, number six in the world.
yeah.
So things have changed. Like when I think obviously Winnie grew up, and when I was growing up, India was not in the picture.
Yeah.
But now India's economy is big time in the picture. So the salaries have increased as Winnie mentioned, right? The standard of living has gone up a lot in India.
And a lot of countries outsource a lot of their IT,
Mhm.
with big companies in India that are, doing it from there. They're outsourcing a lot of,
Yeah.
those kind of services. Obviously, like there's a lot of virtual assistants from India, and there's a lot of IT, and there's a lot
Mhm.
of call centers and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So,
And then apart from IT, because we are talking about hotel hospitality, also majority of owners are Indians. There are a lot
mhm.
of Indians who owns these hotels, like
you know,
motels to
let's
hotels.
let's dig into that one. I
Yeah.
think this would be a perfect segue. Tell us more. I know you're on the operation side of it. So if audience is kind of watching us and listening, and they view it later on also, what are maybe three factors you can think of that are very, very important in the operation of the hotel?
Three factors. The very first thing is that, as you said, right? Vinny always says that managing the management company.
Yeah.
That was a big challenge for us with the management company,
Mm.
because coming from a background of operations in the multifamily,
Mhm.
hotel is totally different, because
Mhm.
multifamily you have this fixed expenses, which you go to any property, you will see that. But in hotel, if you are in a service hotel, if you are in a, like, there are different categories of hotel. You have motels, you have then full service hotel, and then expenses, it can surprise you with the management companies, the trainings, the extra charges they put. So we had to tighten up a lot of things. I mean, just to give an example, the same management company is managing another hotel in the area, Casa. I think Vinny knows about that
Mhm.
hotel,
Mhm.
and that hotel's NOI is negative compared to
Oh
us.
my God.
Yeah, that hotel has a better sales team, a bigger sales team. They have
Mm.
three actually full-time sales resources, and
Mhm.
they are full service
Mhm.
restaurants and everything, which actually I think majority of the groups they prefer.
Mhm.
The same management company is giving us positive NOI.
Yeah.
In fact, like, yeah, we are almost about to make 32% of the NOI of
Wow.
the on the hotel. So that is the very first thing, managing the management. Second thing is that your GM, your
Yeah.
general manager,
Mm.
she is the key resource. I mean, he or she is the key resource. So
Mhm.
in what happened with us is that we, as soon as we got into the hotel, within 2 months, obviously the COVID. Apart from COVID, our GM, which was working there for 13 years, he left.
Yeah. Oh.
So we were in a difficult situation. At that time, we made a decision, because we wanted the same team who have been working for so long. They were a little scared, so we wanted them to, be, feel relaxed. So that's why and then other thing is that we saw the potential in our sales director. We promoted her to become GM,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
now she's working like so. You have to, I mean, there is there were you don't want to micromanage the GM, but at the same time you want to get involved.
Mm.
So the way we did it, we empowered her, so she's get to make all the decisions, but our involvement is there.
Yeah.
So we are kind of helping her
Mhm.
to
What
work.
about right now? Is it, from my understanding, talking to a lot of business owners, are you having this problem too, that it's hard to get like the housekeepers, like employee retention and hiring is
Yeah.
difficult right now. Like that's across the board, right? What are your plans to attract and keep retain employees? Because it's hard to fill these hourly jobs, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we are facing the same issue also, but not at the biggest a lot. The reason for that is again same thing, because those people have been working for this person for so long, 8, 9, 10 years. So ultimately, you don't always work for for the company. You work for the people. I mean, so the work environment is so good there, so friendly. It's like a family. So we saw actually shortage in the housekeepers, in the front desk, as well as on our actually dinners, because we were planning to start the dinner services, our kitchen also. But our general manager, she made sure that all the existing employees, they are happy, and if there are any concerns, she is very open with us, and she's ready to actually, even at the front desk, if we are short, our GM and AGM, they are ready to they actually put extra hours to cover those shifts. But yeah, it's right now, if I try to bring in a new resource, it's hard finding people.
Roughly how many employees do you have at any given time?
We have 22 to 23 employees.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Which
how many keys are you guys?
104, 104.
One of four. Yeah, one of four we have.
Yes, it's a this is a Hilton Garden Inn in a town called McAllen, which is a border town. Uh, and then here the market is totally different than rest of the country, being the border, because you are just like 5 minutes from the bridge, which you cross the bridge and then you are in Mexico.
So
So
you bought this. You guys bought this during an opportune time, and then
Well, we
yeah,
didn't know about COVID, but you are right. It was an auction, by the way. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, we bought it in auction.
So and then during COVID, you probably suffered a little bit, but then you guys filled up pretty quickly. And now, what does your occupancy level look like?
Our occupancy right now is 70 to 75%
Okay,
on an average. Yeah.
so
We got, yeah, go ahead.
so now with your higher valuation, you've created a lot of equity, right? So
Yes.
what's the strategy going forward? Are these in your mind? Are these hotels that you're going to hold like forever, or are you going to 1031 exchange into multiple properties? What what's the end plan? I mean,
What's
I'm
the
a
end game, right?
yeah.
So for this particular property, we have two plans which we have in mind right now. So we got actually great appreciation of the property, as well as I think after we recovered well from the COVID. So we are at a point right now where we can sell the property, because there's enough meat on the bone for for the next buyer also,
Sure.
because this property still has a PIP. PIP is something which is performance improvement plan, which every hotel has, which is required by the brand. In this case, it's Hilton. That's $1.5 million PIP, which we had to do by 2023, June 2023. So if we decide to keep this property for another 3 years, we have to do the PIP, where we are investing that 1.5 million, plus we're gonna lose some occupancy. The revenue is gonna go down. But after we are done with the PIP, obviously the hotel is gonna perform the best. So there are two things that are in mind. If we want to keep the hotel, we have to keep it for another 3 years, at least 3 years, because we have to do a PIP, and then obviously capitalize on the improvements which you made. But the more actually, we are inclined to another one where we want to sell this property right now. We want to sell it. We made, I think, enough money. I think it's in the last 1.5 year, or almost 2 years, because we closed on December 31st, 2019, and during COVID also, it was the worst year for hospitality last year. So we are more inclined to sell the property, get our money back, and then invest in other property, another hotel. That's what our
Do
game
you,
plan is.
did you guys did you do a cost segregation study on this, or not on this? Yes.
We
So
did,
so
right?
you're so
We did.
We
So your
did.
investors. So then would the strategy then be to try to 1031 exchange this into another property?
Yes, yes, that's
So
the
you
game
don't,
plan.
yeah, because
That's where
that,
Vinny,
oh, go ahead,
yeah,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
So essentially then you're just deferring the recapture and deferring. So you don't, because that would be the advantage of doing the 1031 exchange at that point.
Yes, yes, that's where Vinny comes actually in picture, right? When we decide to do 1031. Obviously we don't want to actually pay. We don't want to hold on to that money. We want to do the 1031 exchange. That would be the wise thing to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then that's why we are looking for other properties in the market. Uh, but it's hard. Hotels, it's not just the multifamily. It's even the hotels valuation also. It has gone up so much. It's the numbers doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like
post
especially,
COVID, I think
yeah,
last
post COVID.
year the numbers were kind of down and everybody was in a frenzy. But now, 2021, we have seen a big shift, right? And I think with this double vaccination and all the travels also increasing, the expectations have gone higher, right, Shalu? That's what you
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Expectation has gone a lot higher. Especially, I mean, like if you see Austin market, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. We seen actually I think 3 or 4 properties in Austin market.
The 3 or 4 and
Yeah, yeah.
Gatlinburg. When I went to Gatlinburg, Knoxville, last month or a month back, I mean, 97% occupied,
Yes,
97%. Dollywood and all. I think we toured La Quinta over there, I remember, and others.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
We,
So,
in fact, the property, the Casa de Palmas, that was in the market. That is another property,
Yes,
uh, and
yes.
it was they awarded that property to a buyer, Vinny, day
Okay,
before yesterday,
okay. I
and
see.
then that property has gone actually I think more than $14 million.
Wow.
Now,
Mm.
those numbers, if you see because it was bank owned property and the
Mhm.
management company, the way they were managing it, it had consistent negative numbers.
Oh, wow.
2019, 2020, 2021. So our valuation was somewhere around 10 to $11 million.
Hmm.
We thought that would be a good price, but that
Yeah.
went more than $14 million.
Wow.
for,
Wow.
That's
it
how
went
the
from,
consumer.
yeah, that is crazy. Now, as far as I know, we're kind of hitting our 30-minute mark, but
Yes, yes.
as far as picking out the flag or flags you want to work with, or buying something and switching flags on the property to create value.
Hmm.
Let's talk about, like there are certain brands or flags that are more appealing. You get more business travelers. So I'm guessing depending on the area, you make, if it's highly business traveled, you're picking a flag that's got a lot of business reward points, things like that. I mean,
Yes.
what's kind of like the high level of finding the right flag or converting a hotel to a different flag?
So our focus is on two flags, Hilton and Marriott, because their point system is really great. So
Hmm.
and like our hotel, we don't have the best product in the market. Our hotel is still, the rooms are outdated. We have to do the PIP, but still actually the Hilton customers who are loyal to Hilton, they will come to our hotel
Hmm.
because of the point systems. And like Casa, which is a Wyndham property,
Yeah.
they compared to Hilton or Marriott, Wyndham is not such a great flag in the reward system and all that. So our focus is on Hilton and Marriott. And other than that, actually, for the even for the from the I think investors' point of view, because we need as a syndication, right? For the investors also, there are a lot of perks in hospitality compared to multifamily. I don't want to say that one is bad or other is good, but
Mm.
because I've been I invested in multifamily also, and now I invested in hotels. The perks in hotel, like in my case, I have traveled like in last 2 years to all these cities, Colorado, Denver, and then Colorado Springs, and then Florida, also Tampa or Orlando. As an owner, I get to actually stay in this beautiful hotels for a very discounted price. I mean, cheap prices. Like just to give you an example, I stayed in waterfront DoubleTree in a single bedroom suite for $45
Yeah.
in Tampa. So
Yeah.
so those, and then Denver downtown. So those perks are, and then I think depreciation also is aggressive in the hospitality compared to multifamily
Wait,
because
how do you get those cheap stays at the
No,
hotels?
no,
It's
no.
because
That's actually what it is. It's the owners when you
yeah,
buy a Hilton chain or Marriott chain, Bose, you get a special website. That's all
yes,
it is. Owners' website as a gesture to the fellow owners. They reduce the price from 200 a night to $35 or $45.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but we
very
have to
nice.
be there. Shalu has to be there to check in, and I have to be there to check in. If our friends can, we could book 2 rooms also,
Yes.
and but we have to check in. Yeah, no, that's a
so,
good.
so
Yeah.
yeah. So Vinny, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
The how do you like hotels versus multifamily?
You
Um,
know, to be truthful, I like both. I like multifamily, senior assisted living also. Hotel, I like it too because you get to change the pricing. Just like we cannot change the lease when I get a 12-month lease with the resident, I'm locked in. But in the hotel, in a good market, and when the economy rebounds, of course, then you have 5 different pricing every night. So if there is more demand, then the price will be higher, right? If there is more supply, price will be lower. But the other good part is that if you can manage it well, like Shalu has done, and very rigorously, looking at each and every expense, and we're going to be making 32% or something, close to that on a monthly basis of the revenue. That's pretty
Yes.
darn good. Yeah.
are you using like software for
Yeah.
pricing?
Huge, huge.
So I know for like short-term rentals, the Airbnb, there's like price labs, and then people who are actively like really good at that and looking at the systems and going, okay, we should be at this price for tonight or this
Right.
week. Yeah, I mean that's a game changer. So you don't let your management decide, you actually get involved in that part.
Yeah. So for revenue management, it's we right now we are using services from Hilton.
Mhm.
Hilton has their own actually software system which is called RMCC, and they are with us on weekly calls where we see the trend in the market, and based on that we decide on the rate. But obviously the recommendation comes from Hilton because they have a software
Yeah.
which does the market analysis and everything. So as an owner we don't have to do so much on the revenue management part of the things,
Sure.
which is a good thing because Hilton makes sure that we get the best rate as per the market condition. And our management company also offered us, that's again another saving, where they were also charging us for the revenue management, where we already had Hilton's services.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's where also we saved money actually by taking them out.
And I'm very impressed. I know, like, we get 145 pages, I think, every week
Yes.
with all these different reports, Bo. I mean, very thorough, very, very thorough. And, I think it's really great because I know Hilton and Marriott, they don't let, brand new people manage the assets because we didn't know much about it, right? But
Yes.
now
Yeah.
by working with them, with the Hilton company, they manage 70 hotels, I think, plus one is ours, so that way they are able to give us all the help. And of course they're very professional, they know what to look for. And Shalu is in driver's seat with Ash and Shalu are both very much in sync with. I show up sometime there,
No,
and
it's a great team, Vinny. I mean, everyone has their role, and I
yeah.
think Vinny has a bigger role to play. We we are on actually on the operational side of things. Ash is on the acquisitions, but Vinny and Andy Anshu, they have
And
a bigger role to play.
no.
So it's a great
Yeah.
team, and I think Hilton is also very happy because they, uh, I mean, considering the fact that we didn't own any hotel.
Yeah.
Normally, all the flags they require previous experience, When you go, like for any other property, you can just go and buy it. But with hotels, especially Hilton, Marriott, you have to have previous experience. And in our case, we didn't have any previous experience, but we
Sure.
got the management company. We paid extra money for that, who had experience, and now we are in a position where we can buy with our experience. We don't need any
Yes.
experienced management company. We can pick our own management company. And
Sure.
we approved to Hilton, to any brand, to any flag, in fact, that we can manage a hotel, especially when you come through the COVID and the bounce back. Even after now, we lost all the medical staff. We have
Yeah.
now the other business, other groups, which are government
Yeah.
groups, transient business. So now, I mean, I think we are done good to prove anyone that, especially flags, that we can buy another hotel.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all that good knowledge, Shalu. And again, it's about that time. How can people reach you? Thank you for taking the time to be with us. Yeah,
Yeah, so I am not actually big on social media. I
yeah,
think that yeah, but I can share my Facebook profile. So actually, we are actually in the process of coming up with the website where we'll
very
have our multifamily plus hotel and then small, actually,
love it.
investment, whatever did, and then after
Awesome.
that we can share it maybe.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Again, thank you so much, Shalu, for being with us. Thank you, Bo Buddy. I know
Thank you.
this was a good one, and we'll go out with a bang, and we'll see everybody next Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific.